Hi, my name's Mia Milan and I'm with Bangert. Today I'm going to be showing you how to add a user to your instance. We're going to add at top level, and we'll want to head to Company, Admin, and Users. You might notice that this enhanced list is on. If you'd like to turn this off, you can do so by going to these three dots under More Actions, and you can turn off the enhanced list here. To add your user, you're going to select Add, the top right. And here we can enter our user ID. So I'll call this user test user. And the username will be their full name. So in this case, it'll be test user. And you could enter their email here. Enter my email. The status right here is whether the user is active or locked out. You can also inactivate them once they're activated. This keep password until admin resets is not something we recommend turning on. And then here you will select their contact name. If you can't find it in the dropdown, you can add it on the fly by selecting Add. And you'll want to have their last name and first name filled out, as well as their email address. And once those three fields are filled out, the fields that are required with the asterisks will populate. You can also add their mailing information and any additional information here. Okay, so let's head down to permissions and user types. Here are the user types that you can select. If you'd like to add a user, you can reach out to us through a help desk ticket. We do have a smart rule in place, so you cannot add or update your users without reaching out to us. And this is a control we have in the system to ensure that you don't go over your license count. So we'll confirm that you have the user that you're looking for, and if not, we'll give you information on that, and you can decide whether or not you'd like to add that user. So you can click on these question marks for more information, and I'll go through these user types. A business user will have unlimited access rights, and they could also be given admin privileges. So you can add those privileges right here. You can give them limited or full. An employee user has the ability to view dashboards, reports, and other data in the system, plus some other features like creating a timesheet and editing that, as well as expenses or purchase requisitions. They can also approve timesheets and expenses and any bills or purchasing transactions. A project manager user is available with a subscription to projects, and this user has the rights of an employee user plus access to projects and tasks that the employee user does not have. So similar permissions, they can create and edit projects, tasks, timesheets, staff timesheets, their expenses and requisitions, as well as approving them. For a platform user, you'll need a subscription to platform services, and this is where you can customize anything in platform services. CRM is a Salesforce user only, so they won't have any Intacct access just through Salesforce. And there's some information on payment approvers and how those work within the system. And warehouse users work when you have a subscription to inventory control. You can click on this link here to drill in for some more information on user types. Under help and support in the top right, you can also ask a question here, which is wonderful. I love using that. And then there's also Sage University and Help Center where you can submit questions. Here is where you can add their roles. So I will update their user type to employee, and I'm going to give this employee an admin role. What's nice about the roles is you can view them here, and you can even drill into the subscriptions. And what's lovely about Intacct is you can just keep drilling in to see what those permissions entail. And I can also add a role on the fly as well. But for now, I'm going to give them admin. Next, we'll head to the User Entity tab. So this is where you can give the user access to your entities. And you can also enable access at top level for them. And if you need more information on that, you can select that question mark. We don't typically use user departments or territories. So I'm going to save this user. It says to make sure to check the license count before, but we will do that for you. And here's where I would enter my password to add the new user. All right, so that is how you add a user in Sage Intacct. At Bangor, we can help you do that. Please reach out to us if you have any questions on users. We have a few videos on business users and project manager users that go into more detail. In the next video, I'm going to show you the permissions that the test user I just added has in the system. All right, so in the first part of the video, I walked through adding a user. I added an employee user with admin privileges. Since then, I have logged in as the test user. And I'd like to point out that this user only has access to this entity because I only enabled this entity and I didn't give them top level access. This user is an admin, so they will have access to company, so they'll be able to set up a few things, but they will not be able to add new users as a business admin user. Some things that an employee user can do is create timesheets for themselves and other users. They can also submit them, and they can create purchase requisitions. They can approve vendors, though they can't submit vendors. And they will be able to view and see that data for vendors and customers. They also have access to view dashboards, and they can also run reports. If there are any financial reports that have sensitive data that you might not want this user to see, you can come in here and restrict that security. We do have some other videos on how to do so. So if you have any questions about the different user types and what permissions they may need for their specific roles, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you.